So I thought today that what I do is summarize where we are in the development of COVID-19 vaccine. How come we have been so fast? Why I believe it's very important that Americans and people around the globe trust the effectiveness and safety of this vaccine. And of course, I also want to acknowledge and thank the many participants from the private sector to the academics to the US government employees to the volunteers who participated in the clinical trials and the hundreds and thousands and tens of thousands of people across various industries that have enabled and made possible where we are today. So over the past 7 months, what we have done is to say, let's select a portfolio of vaccines rather than bet on only one or two. And let's drive all 6, in fact, at the initiation we thought we could have 8. Let's drive them in parallel as safely and as securely as possible. And we designed that portfolio by selecting what we call platform technologies. I'll explain that more in a second. And decided to take 2 exemplars of each platform technology in order to increase our chances to succeed, because failure is the normal life of research and development, and success is rare. And success in this case not only meant that we would have a vaccine, but that we would have a vaccine on time, and that we would have a vaccine that can be manufactured in tens of millions and then very quickly into hundreds of millions of doses. These were all enormous challenges. And as we stand today, I think we are beginning to have some successes. 2 of the vaccines using one platform technology called messenger RNA have demonstrated, I believe, exceptional efficacy, 95 efficacy on average against disease. Importantly, they have both 100% efficacy against severe disease. They are equivalently efficacious in people over the age of 65, and importantly also in the diverse population that constitute our nation. I think there are very important achievements, and these 2 vaccines, one by Pfizer and one by Moderna, remarkably gave similar results, even though they were developed completely independently and designed completely independently. In fact, at the onset, competitively. These 2 vaccines will be reviewed by the FDA, as you know, on December 7th for the Pfizer vaccine and on December 17th for the Moderna vaccine. And we hope, I read today the comments from the FDA that are encouraging, that we hope these vaccines are likely to be approved and made available into several tens of millions of doses very quickly to the US population. 2 other vaccines from the portfolio using a different platform technology, which are a virus that's unable to replicate, that it cannot infect you, but is able to deliver to you the vaccine, are in advanced phase 3 trials. One of them by Johnson & Johnson has already recruited more than 35,000 subjects in the phase 3 trial. And Mr. President explained that that vaccine is a one-shot vaccine, which in the context of a pandemic is really a major advantage, because people can achieve protection quickly after having received 1 dose, and we don't have to rely on them coming back for a second dose. I'm not saying 2 doses is bad. I'm just saying 1 dose is even better than 2 doses. That vaccine is likely to complete its efficacy trial in terms of assessing efficacy of the vaccine probably early in the month of January, and hopefully would file for emergency use authorization either late in January or early in February. That's important because we are likely to have a 3rd vaccine somewhere in February, hopefully if the appropriate efficacy and safety profile, of course, are achieved. And there is a 2nd vaccine using similar platform technology by AstraZeneca. That vaccine is also being tested in a phase 3 trial here in the US, where 17,000 plus subjects have already been recruited, and where we project that efficacy may be achieved somewhere in the end of January or early February, And maybe by late February or early March, that vaccine could become available if approved by the FDA to further increase the number of vaccine doses we have to immunize the nation and the world. And finally, we have 2 more vaccines using a third platform technology, which is a more classical platform technology, using recombinant proteins. And these are vaccines by a biotech company here in the US called Novavax, and another one by 2 large pharma and vaccine companies that put their efforts together, Sanofi and GlaxoSmithKline. These vaccines are in phase 2 trials and should be starting the phase 3 trials in the next few weeks or days. And if proven efficacious, they may, before the middle of the year, again, be able to apply for emergency use authorization and further add to our menu of vaccines with hopefully comparable efficacy and various advantages in terms of cold chain requirements and storage and other features. So in summary, I would say we have 2 in the hand, substantially, the 2 RNA vaccines, 2 close by, and 2 to come. We plan to manufacture enough of these vaccines to immunize about 20 million of our citizens before the end of this year, about 30 million in the month of January, and about 50 million in the month of February. Those would be immunizations that require 2 doses of vaccine. And we hope to either have more vaccine doses of the messenger RNA vaccines and or more vaccine doses from the other portfolio vaccine that I cited to complete the immunization of the rest of our population, which we project could be done by the month of June, if everybody accepts, which we hope, to be vaccinated.
Hey, keep watching.